how Mr. Rabbit was too sharp for Mr. Fox. "Uncle Remus," said the little boy one evening, when he had found the old man with little or nothing to do, "did the fox kill and eat the rabbit when he caught him with the tar baby?" "Law, honey, ain't I tell you about that?" replied the old darky, chuckling slyly. "I clear to gracious I ought to told you that, but old man Noll was riding on my eyelids twel little more than I'd disremembered my own name, and then on to that, here come your mammy hollering out of you. What I tell you when I first begin? I told you Brer Rabbit was a monster soon beast. Leastways, that's what I laid out for to tell you. Well then, honey, don't you go and make no other calculations, case in them days Brer Rabbit and his family was at the head of the gang when any racket was on hand, and there they stayed. 'Fore you begins for to wipe your eyes about Brer Rabbit, you wait and see whereabouts Brer Rabbit gwine to fetch up at. But that's neither here nor there. When Brer Fox find Brer Rabbit mixed up with the tar baby, he feel mighty good. He roll round on the ground and laugh. By and by he up and says he, "Well, I spec I got you this time, Brer Rabbit," says he. "Maybe I ain't, but I spec I is. You been running round here sassing out of me a mighty long time, but I spec you done come to the end of the row. You been cutting up your capers and bouncing round in this neighborhood and you come to believe yourself the boss of the whole gang. And then you all are somewheres where you ain't got no business," says Brer Fox, says he. "Who asked you for to come and strike up acquaintance with this yer tar baby? And who stuck you up there where you is? Nobody in the round world. You just tuck and jam yourself on that tar baby without waiting for any invite," says Brer Fox, says he. "And there you is, and there you'll stay twel I fixes up a breast pie and fires her up, case I'm gwine to barbecue you this day show," says Brer Fox, says he. Then Brer Rabbit talk mighty humble. "I don't care what you do with me, Brer Fox," says he, "so you don't fling me in that briar patch. Roast me, Brer Fox," says he, "but don't fling me in that briar patch," says he. "It's so much trouble for to kindle a fire," says Brer Fox, says he, "that I spec I had to hang you," says he. "Hang me just as high as you please, Brer Fox," says Brer Rabbit, says he, "but do for the Lord's sake don't fling me in that briar patch," says he. "Well, I ain't got no string," says Brer Fox, says he, "and now I spec I'll have to drown you," says he. "Drown me just as deep as you please, Brer Fox," says Brer Rabbit, says he, "but don't fling me in that briar patch," says he. "They ain't no water nigh," says Brer Fox, says he, "and now I spec I'll have to skin you," says he. "Skin me, Brer Fox," says Brer Rabbit, says he. "Snatch out my eyeballs, tear out my ears by the roots, and cut off my legs," says he. "But do please, Brer Fox, don't fling me in the briar patch," says he. 'Cause Brer Fox wanna hurt Brer Rabbit bad as he can, so he caught him by the behind legs and slung him right in the middle of the briar patch. There was a considerable flutter where Brer Rabbit struck the bushes, and Brer Fox sorta hung round for to see what was going to happen. By and by he hears somebody call him, and way up the hill he see Brer Rabbit sitting cross-legged on a chinkapin log, combing the pitch out in his hair with a chip. Then Brer Fox knowed that he'd been swop off mighty bad. Brer Rabbit was bleedzing for to fling back some of his sass, and he holler out, "Bread and bone in a briar patch, Brer Fox, bread and bone in a briar patch." And with that he skip out dis as lively as a cricket in the embers.